Hey friend, welcome to Leveling Up Talks, brought to you by MaxUverse. I'm Susan, and before we go any further, let me ask you something. Do you already feel that quiet pressure of the new year? Like you're supposed to have everything figured out by now? If so, stay with me because today is not about doing more, it's about doing things differently. This episode is the official welcome to Read, Reflect, Rise, the year of becoming. And I want you to hear this clearly right from the start. This is not a reading challenge you can fail. If that sentence alone made you exhale, this space is already working for you. Read, Reflect, Rise is a self paced, year long self development reading challenge created for real life. Not perfection, not pressure, not speed. And if you ever started something strong in January only to quietly drift away by February, stay with me because this was built with you in mind. Here's the heart of it. This challenge is not about how many books you finish. It's about how present you are with what you are learning. Because growth doesn't happen when we rush through pages. It happens when we pause long enough to listen. And if you ever wonder why personal growth can start to feel heavy instead of helpful, this next part matters. Over the years, I've noticed something. We've turned self development into another performance, another checklist, another place to feel behind. And that's not how becoming actually works. Becoming happens quietly, in reflection, in honest moments with yourself, in the space between chapters. So let me say this gently. You do not need to reinvent yourself this year. You just need space to listen. That's why Read, Reflect, Rise exists. Each month, we explore a growth theme. That theme is supported by the MaxUverse Book of the Month. And alongside it, you'll be invited into simple reflection prompts and gentle actions. Reading is not the assignment here, it's the support. And if you're wondering how this actually looks like in January, stay with me. This part will ground everything. January is about reconnection. Before we rise, we reconnect with our voice, with our curiosity, with the parts of ourselves that may have gone quiet. That's why our January book of the month is The Artist's Way. This book isn't about being an artist in the traditional sense. It's about reclaiming your voice and trusting your inner knowing. Morning pages invite reflection. The artist states invite curiosity. And the entire book gives you permission to explore without judgment. And if you ever quit a book because you felt like you were doing it wrong, listen closely. You do not need to do this book perfectly. You don't need to keep up with it. You don't need to follow every rule. You don't need to compare your process to anyone else's. You just need to show up honestly. That applies to the entire Read, Reflect, Rise journey. And if you're wondering whether you're doing enough, here's your reassurance. There are many ways to participate. You can read the book of the month. You can read something else that aligns with the theme. You can reread a favorite. You can listen on audio. You can read slowly. You can pause and return. There is no right way to do this. The only invitation is presence. And here's where community comes in, because growth deepens when it is shared. And as you move through this challenge, you're invited to share your aha moments, the lines that stop you, the realizations that surprise you, the reflections that linger, not because you have to do it, but because your insight might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. That's why we created space inside the MaxUverse Circle on Facebook. It's a place to reflect out loud, to share your breakthroughs, to give and receive encouragement, to remind each other that we're not doing this alone. You don't need polished thoughts, I promise you. You don't need perfect words, just honesty. Because your reflections might spark someone else's rise. You never know. So if you've been carving or craving a year that feels more intentional and less overwhelming, stay here. And if you're tired of rushing yourself through growth, stay here. And if you want a year that actually feels like it fits your life, stay here. This is your year to read with intention, reflect with compassion, and rise at your own pace. Welcome to Read, Reflect, Rise. Welcome to the year becoming. Before you go, I love to hear from you. What does becoming mean to you this year? And if something in this episode sparked an aha moment, share it with us inside the MaxUverse circle on Facebook. Like this episode, subscribe, share it with a friend who needs a softer start, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next. You can always find resources, community, and support at MaxUverse.com. Now go be bold, go be brilliant, go be you, and I'll see you at MaxUverse.com.